I will not settle for less than X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to put myself in position to find those things. I won't say if you're looking for something serious, I won't say I'm going to be casual. And then you're somebody looking for something casual, I won't say I'm going to be somebody serious and drag somebody along. Be 100% you, and then be intentional about what you're looking for. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I am your host, Zakka. And what is Nerdy Dating? It is a relationship advice podcast from a viewpoint of a nerd here in Kansas City, Missouri. And if you have relationship questions, dating questions that you want somebody to answer that's not a family member or a friend, get a third person opinion on what's going on and give you some advice, please put in the comment section below and I'll get to the next episode. Also, you can send me a question on TikTok or Instagram, which is alizakkanerdydating, and I will answer on the show as well. Now, let's go and get into today's episode, but before I do that, I do want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for liking the show, watching the show. I appreciate y'all. Please continue to share to your families and friends. Let them know about the podcast. Please share it. And when you share the podcast, it pretty much puts money in my pocket because another person gets to know it, another person gets to know it, and just for me to pay for the show, just tell a friend. That's all you have to do. It won't cost a thing. Just let them know, and that'll help me out. So I appreciate you guys, and those who are telling friends and family members, I appreciate you already. Keep up the good work. Now, let's get into today's topics we have here. So the first topic, we're going to talk about 3 best ways to find love in 2024. We're going to talk about LinkedIn dating, and then we're going to react to some TikToks and Reddits. Now, first topic, 3 best ways to find love in 2024. New year, we're here January, and everybody wants to find a partner. Everybody wants some love in the mind. Maybe the partner is just for a little bit, maybe short term, maybe long term, maybe a lifelong partner. But we want somebody. We all do. And the 3 best ways, I'm going to reveal it to you. Number 1, be 100% authentic. Be 100% authentic. Be yourself. I know you're like, oh my gosh, here he goes. Be yourself. I'm checked out. But don't check out on that one. It is so simple, it hurts. That's how simple it is. Be yourself. Be 100% genuinely you. That is going to set you apart from somebody else. Also, when it comes to finding the right partner, if you're 100% yourself, you don't have to worry about if they're choosing you for yourself or they're choosing you for something that you pretend to be. That takes that out the window. If you are who you are, you know what you're like, you know what you're about, and you're being who you are, you don't have to question that the person dating you or talking to you is here for you or here for something else. So, be 100% yourself. That is number 1. Number 2, be intentional with dating. Be intentional. Yes, dating should be fun. You should go out and have fun. And you can have fun, but you can be intentional about having fun. You don't have to just sit there and be like, well, I'll take whoever comes my way, or I will do whatever I want, or go wherever go, see how the wind blows. No, you have to be intentional when it comes to dating. If you're looking to find a partner, you have to be out there. You have to be about. You have to be conscious of like, okay, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, and I will not settle for less than X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to put myself in position to find those things. I won't say if you're looking for something serious, I won't say I'm going to be casual. And then you're somebody looking for something casual, I won't say I'm going to be somebody serious and drag somebody along. Be 100% you, and then be intentional about what you're looking for. Be intentional about dating. You're like, well, I don't know what I'm looking for. You have an idea what you want. You have an idea you want to be casual with somebody, which you can say that right there. Or you have an idea like, no, I'm actually looking for a long-term partner. I don't know who that's going to be, but I am looking for a long-term partner. And that's how you answer that question. If somebody asks you, what are you looking for? You're going to say, well, I'm looking to be casual, looking for something, for a fling, just to have fun and see where things go, just casual. Or I'm actually looking for a partner, looking for a lifelong partner, looking for somebody to be, engaged with and have a marriage. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know who that's going to be with, but you know what? I'm looking to see where things go to find that partner. That's one thing. I'm looking for a partner, and then I'm looking to have fun or looking to be casual. So be intentional with dating. Be intentional what you're looking for. Make sure you plan dates. Make sure that you are looking to go on dates. Make sure you're not turning down dates. Be intentional. And then number three is be open. be open. And the reason I was looking down, I had my phone and I got my list. I made my list on here. But be open. Be open to options. Don't shut things off. Be open to dating apps. Be open to going outside and meeting people. Be open to going to events. Be open to trying something new. Be open. Because if you're closed-minded, you're like, well, I'm looking for a partner, but yet you're always at home. You're not going out. You're not, and I mean by going out, it doesn't have to be going to the bars. It doesn't have to be going to the clubs. It can be going to a bookstore. It can be going to a coffee shop. It can be going to the mall or the restaurant or going to a movies or going to, I'm trying to think of other things, the park, or just other things, going to the grocery store, be open to finding somebody at the grocery store. One, if you see somebody at the grocery store and they're like, man, that person looks really attractive and they're dressed down, you know 100% right there that the person, you're attracted to that person without like them dressed up. You're like, wow, this person looks good. Let me go talk to them, or let me shoot my shot. Make sure they are open to you shooting a shot. Make sure they're looking like they're available and not looking like they're shut off to the world. But be open. Keep your ears open. Keep your eyes open. You never know when somebody might bump into you and be that's the person you end up dating for the next 10 years of your life. You don't know. So be open. Do not sit there and be like, oh, the world is not for me. Dating is not for me. And then with the dating apps, stop going into a negative mindset. Have that positive mindset. What I mean by be open to those ideas. Dating apps. Oh, there's people who can't find dates. No, there's a lot of people on dating apps who are just busy with time, who don't have the opportunity. When I say go out all the time, they might not have the opportunity to go out all the time. They might have kids. They might have a busy job. They might go to the gym. The gym's not a place to be open for. Go to the gym, or the case would be, and they get home and they don't want to date at the gym. They don't want to date at their job. They get on dating apps. So dating apps is not a negative thing. You can find positive people on dating apps, but you have to be open to the opportunities out there. So do not shun those things. Do not shun the dating apps. Do not shun going outside if you're an introvert. If you like to go to the bookstores, the movies, or maybe go to a restaurant by yourself, put yourself in position where somebody will be willing to open and talk to you. When somebody comes to talk to you, they'll be like, oh, person's unattractive. Be open and have a conversation with them. Because one, this person could be the one that you end up dating. Or two, the person can set you up with somebody that you might be dating. You become friends with them. You guys meet up and go somewhere. They bring a friend along. That friend becomes attracted to you. You're attracted to that friend. Boom. So be open. You never know what part of people's networks will bring you to a partner that you really want. So let's go ahead and bring it back. Number one, be 100% authentic. Be yourself. If you're yourself, you never have to worry that somebody's dating you for you or dating you because they had a perceived notion or perceived idea of what you're about. If you're 100% yourself, you know out the bat that person accepts you for who you are. They continue to date you. Number two is I always forget right now. That's a shame, isn't it? But number two, be intentional with dating. I want to jump right to number three because it's just a better one. But be intentional with dating. It's something as simple as that. Be intentional what you're looking for. Be intentional with finding somebody. Be intentional with, if you're going to be casual, be intentional with being casual. Say, I'm casual. Let people know. If you're looking to be serious, let people know that you're serious, and be intentional what you're looking for. Intentionally date. Don't just go with the flow. And then number three, like I said earlier, be open to opportunity. Be open to dating apps. Be open to going out. Being open to going to events. Be open to somebody approaching you and having a conversation with them. Be open to sitting next to somebody and looking over and having a conversation with them. Be open. Be open-minded. You never know where that can lead. That can lead to a positive conversation that you might not be connected to that person you're talking to, but maybe you might go on a group night friends with everybody, and the friend of that person jumps in and they end up being the one that you end up talking to. So be open. Number three, let me repeat that. Number one, be 100% authentic. Two, be intentional with dating. And number three, be open to options. That's how you'll find love in 2024. Those three things. If you remember those three things, you'll be set. If you decide not to follow one of those three things, you might, but you do one out of three. For example, let's say you're 100% authentic, but you're 100% open to things, but you're not intentional with it. You might find yourself dating somebody who, let's say, they want to be a long-term partner, but you're like, I just want casual. You might find yourself in that situation, or you're one somebody who you want to date somebody who is also long-term like you, and they're casual because you wasn't intentional with what you're looking for and what you're dating during this time. You're just like, I'm just going with the flow. Well, going to the flow can put you in that casual hole, and now you're wondering 3 months down the line, how come this person's not saying yes or moving the relationship along? So all 3 things are important reasons and are the best ways to find a partner and find love in 2024. All right, let's keep it moving. Next part of this podcast, LinkedIn dating. So this was sent to me on Twitter from the Business Insider, the hottest new dating site, LinkedIn. And I'll put the article in below. And there's like, thoughts on this. And I kind of did a gif of a cat looking like, really? Yeah, no, this is a bad idea. So, and I read an article, and the article's like, well, you know what somebody's job, you know what somebody's profession is. And it's kind of like, at work, you try to date somebody at work. And yeah, if you make that shot, say you shoot that shot, like it's like a half-court shot. You shoot that shot, it goes in, yeah, you got 3 points. Good job. Pat on the back, you made it. But at the same time, if that shot doesn't land, it's a lot more risk involved with trying to date on a non-dating site like LinkedIn. Think about like trying to date somebody at work. If it goes south and that person works right next to you, there could be contention at work. There could be somebody leaving their job. Somebody might lose their job. They're trying to date down as far as like position of power, conflict of interest. Like there's so much that goes on when it comes to trying to date at work that if it doesn't go right, it can lead very badly. And LinkedIn dating is the same way. If you try to shoot your shot on LinkedIn, you can lose your whole profile because somebody reports you as harassment, lose your whole profile. LinkedIn dating is not a good idea. And it's not the newest dating site. I know there's people in this article will say there's people who have met their significant other on LinkedIn, and they have, went on dates off of LinkedIn. But you understand this, LinkedIn is not used for that. It's not used for that. And LinkedIn will even say in their policy that this is not a dating app. This is not a dating site. This is used purely for business purposes. Think of LinkedIn as a pizzeria. Think of not social media, because social media you can find people on there too, but think of dating apps like a burger joint. You're not gonna go to the pizzeria asking for a double cheeseburger because you're not gonna get that at a pizzeria. You'll go to the burger joint to find that double cheeseburger that you wanted. So why are you trying to ask for a double cheeseburger at a pizzeria? Why are you trying to ask for dates on LinkedIn when, one, you might not get that option? And I understand somebody can be like, well, you can meet your significant, you can know what your significant other's job is and what they are and how much they might make off of LinkedIn. But dating somebody for their job is not a good thing to do. You date somebody for their job, you're like, oh, well, they had a position, so that's all I need. Like, that I need a position. Well, here's the problem. You date somebody for their job only, and that's what you're invested in. If they don't bring anything else to the table, you're going to find yourself in a miserable relationship. You're not going to be happy. Yeah, you got the person with the title, and let's say they lose that job. Then what? Then you're looking at dating somebody, you're just like, I don't care for this person at all. I'm in a horrible relationship because you only dating somebody for their title. Well, they said that they're the CFO. They said that they're the senior executive. So yeah, they're making money, but money doesn't buy you happiness. It doesn't. It can definitely ease a lot of stress in your life. It can provide us a peace of mind. Money can do that, but money's not going to buy you happiness. If you're 100%, got everything covered, money is not going to make you happy. It's going to give you a peace of mind. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about cars. You don't have to worry about a roof for your head. You don't have to worry about all those things. But happiness is not, you can be rich and still sad. Just being honest. And you don't believe me, go look at history. And you can find people who are rich who are not, happy in their life, or who might have everything and they're still not happy in their life. So right then and there, dating somebody for their job only is not a good way to approach dating. It's not smart to do it. Leave LinkedIn for business only. And dating, go to the dating apps. If you don't want to use TikTok, Hinge, not TikTok, heck, you can use TikTok. You can use TikTok. TikTok is social media. to DM somebody and slide into a DM and go from there. It's a little more laid back, a little more casual, a little more, it's not like the person with this business mindset and you're going to slide into DMs. If you DM somebody on LinkedIn, don't be surprised they sent you up for harassment. Just saying. So the way you want to go use LinkedIn dating, quote unquote, the way to do that, if you're somebody trying to do LinkedIn that way, find them on TikTok, find them on Instagram, and then shoot your shot on there. That's how you want to date somebody, go that route. Because mostly everybody has an Instagram, mostly everybody has a Facebook. I don't know if everybody has a TikTok, but you can try it. You can try it. One person said they met their significant other on Twitter. They was using Twitter for like a business thing, and the person slid into DMs on Twitter. That's fine. Twitter is not a serious platform like LinkedIn. You're not gonna get kicked off for sliding to somebody's DM on Twitter. So you can use somebody's profile, see who they are on LinkedIn. And if you want to really take your shot at that person, go find them on Instagram, go find them on TikTok, go find them on Twitter, go find them, or I guess X now. I feel like I'm dating myself, X. Facebook, if you really want to go shoot your shot there, but good luck on that one. But find them on another platform and then shoot your shot. But also, I probably recommend that you get to know them first, or at least follow them a little bit to know what they're about before you just code open like that, because they're not going to acknowledge you if you're going to do it that way. Just saying. All right, let's go ahead and get into some video reaction. This first video we're going to react to is from a Safe Place podcast by Little Yachty, also known as Yachty. But he brings on J. Cole onto his podcast, and Mitch predict, I'm not sorry, I call him predict, but Mitch predict as J. Cole, how do you stay in the game for so long and keep it going? And J. Cole brings up some topics about relationship that I think I'm going to react to. So let's see what he has to say when it comes to his question. And here we go.
Nah, no, sir. Like, I don't view myself like that. To your question about like staying a rapper or staying, at least I take that as like staying high level. Yeah. Bro, that shit is like, I don't know how it is for you, because like I said, you're so young, but it's like for me, doing this shit for as long as I have and like still trying to push myself, is like, bro, you gotta find ways to fall back in love with this shit. Like you gotta find ways to it's like a relationship. Like y'all, y'all also so young that it's like, I don't know what the longest relationship you've been in, but I look at couples that's been married for a long time, and I know now from life experience that like, man, that shit didn't always feel like it felt when y'all first met. That's not how it always felt. People get married thinking that like, I'm meeting you and this shit feel like this and we on a high and I'm gonna marry you because, man, this shit been feeling like this for a year straight. I already know I got my person. It's gonna feel like this forever. Shit, that first year after you get married or 2 years after you get married and that shit don't feel the same, like, then it's like, damn, I guess we not supposed to be married. No, you gotta now find a new way to fall in love with this person from this valley that y'all in. You gotta find a way to get back to the peak. So what does that take? Man, we gotta go on more dates. I gotta listen more. I gotta turn this IG off because they keep suggesting all the baddest bitches. Like, I gotta stop looking that way so I could just focus on this and appreciate what I got, boom, boom. So similar to a relationship where you look at people that have been married 40, 50 years, like how many times did they have to fall back in love with each other? How many times could they not stand each other within that 40, 50 years? And how many times did they say, you know what, instead of separating, we're gonna make it work and I gotta re-fall back in love with you. Similar to me, it's like that with music and rap. It's like, man, I had to pull myself out these lows and push myself out the lows. Nigga, I'm putting myself through drills. I'm 7-minute drills. Like, nigga, just write some shit. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just write something. Like, be better. Like, even if it's trash, at least you got something out. That'll open the door for something that's hard. Like, I'll do that. I'll go back and listen to my favorite shit. I'll listen to some new shit. I don't even know this nigga. Like, what is this? Oh, this nigga, it's Yeet. Man, this shit hard. Like, boom, boom. Even it's like Soulja Boy. Even if I don't do nothing you doing, it's just being open and receptive to what you got going on. So it's like just finding new ways to constantly inspire myself. And it's not always easy, bro. Like, and I don't know if you've experienced that, like being so young. Have you fallen out of love with this ever?
No, I think I have.
I wanted to finish his whole bit if we went to Yachty, but no, I 100% agree with him. Relationships, I think the reason why people say relationships are hard and why marriage is hard is because of the fact that, especially in today's era, where it's super easy to think that what I have right here, this person's 80%, person's 90%, but I'm bored, or this is a healthy relationship, so I'm not happy in it because I'm bored and everything just seems, content and everything is good. I need some drama. I need something else. I need to break it up. Maybe this is not for me. And therefore you think it's easier to, I can just go find somebody else and go back out there and, get into the light and everything. But you fell out of love with your partner versus trying to revitalize your relationship because of the fact that you got bored or because that you didn't, you stopped putting effort into it. I do agree with him with that. Like, you have to continue to put effort into your relationship. You have to continue to be in your relationship. You just can't, take it for granted. Take your partner for granted. You have to keep putting in. And there are gonna be highs and lows. There'll be times where one partner might be super high and the other partner is low. As partners who's high, continue to ride with your partner that's low, and don't say like, well, I'm gonna give this up because they're just not my level anymore. Stay with them. Don't let them fall behind. Go back. Look at your dating your relationship as a team. You guys are a team, and teammates help each other get to the prize. They don't just sit there and like, okay, well, you're gonna be sitting back, I'm just gonna ride this all the way through. No, they'll be like, no, I'm here with you, and may I come back and put you on my shoulders a little bit and carry you a couple steps down the line before you can start walking again. But I'm going to be here. You have to continue to invest in your relationship, continue investing in your partner, even in the low times. It's easy to have a relationship where everybody's, the butterflies are still running high and the infatuation is super high and everybody's like still lovey-dovey. It's easy to have that relationship, but you can't throw it away when those moments go away, because they will return. If it's something you're passionate about your partner, you're investing in your partner, and your partner is passionate about you, and your partner invests in you, that love's gonna come back, and that infatuation is gonna come back, and you're gonna find yourself doing like, oh man, I love my partner. I'm glad I'm here. And don't become complacent. Continue to try to grow. Continue to do things together. Maybe one night go dancing together. Maybe one night go do an activity together. And it doesn't have to be every week. It can be once a week. It can be once every 2 weeks. Whatever your case may be, do a date night. And maybe date night because you can't go out because they're kids. Maybe do something inside. Maybe put the kids to bed and then cook your wife a dinner, or cook your husband a dinner, or cook your boyfriend or girlfriend a dinner and put like candles up and do something special. Maybe the kids are asleep and maybe you decorate the bedroom for a special occasion. She might walk in on it, he might walk in on it, and you're like, oh, what's going on here? But you're like, hey, I'm gonna give you some comfort, make it like a spa kind of room, and take a load off. Appreciate your partner. And don't do it because you want to get something in return too. That's not how it works. You should be able to do things even when there's little things in return. You should still give to your partner. And now they put an asterisk on that because somebody's like, what little things in return? This is not like, you shouldn't do something for your partner because you always want them to give you something back. That's not why you should do something for your partner. Now, you definitely, where your love language is, you definitely want to get some kind of like affection. You want to make sure you feel value. That's for sure. But sometimes you're not going to get the whole world back from your partner. Maybe sometimes they don't give you just a hand. But do it because you're passionate for your partner, because you love your partner, not because you're expecting something in return. And you gotta constantly work and keep improving your relationship. You just can't let that die out. Keep that spark, keep that flame alive. And that's pretty much what he's saying. And I do like the fact where he talked about after the relationship part, he said, like, sometimes I had to write a few things. 7-minute drill. It might be trash, but just get a couple verses out so I'm staying sharp. That's the same thing with dating and relationships. Continue to date your partner. Continue to court your partner. Continue to be there for your partner and appreciate your partner. Those things sharpen your relationship. But you stop doing that. You stop investing, your relationship's going to die out. And J. Cole said it perfectly. He said it perfectly. And And I'm going to stop from there because I don't think I have anything else to add to what J. Cole said. That was perfecto. All right, next video. This is from TikTok. Is Dr. V Law. So let's see what he has to say.
Is it a red flag if she has male friends?
Most of the guys that are friends with women are attracted to them in some way, shape, or form, and at some point or other would like to have them as a girlfriend or sleep with them or what have you. Us guys looking in from the outside, we kind of see it, we feel it, we know it because it's the way we're wired. And the guys looking in from the outside know it. And the ladies are just like a lot of the times, oh, they're just my friend. Yeah, you know, maybe not.
Okay, is it a red flag she has guy friends?
Is it a red flag if she has male friends?
Okay, so let's say a dude become friends with your lady because of the fact that like he wants to, like he said, at one point wants to be her boyfriend or wants to sleep with her. One, hope that guy respects you enough, respect your relationship, respect her enough to not try to make advances. And then if he does try to make advances in your girl, hopefully your lady understands that like, one, I'm in a relationship, I'm committed, I'm not gonna cheat. We forget that our partners also need to be held accountable for their actions. I don't understand when people cheat. The person who gets cheated on gets mad, not at their partner, but at the person who helps do the cheating. Why get upset at the person who was, in a sense, just there? And your partner wasn't strong enough to be like, I'm not falling for that. I think if you have a partner, they won't put themselves in situations where they will find themselves, be willing to cheat. If your partner has a friend or knows somebody that they're attracted to, they're not going to spend that much time with them, or they won't hang out with them unless you're there. They won't put themselves in situations where they'll find themselves to cheat. They're not going to do it. Like I always say, people don't trip and fall into sex. I'm going to be a little more vulgar when I actually get into it, but you don't trip and fall into sex. You just don't do that. You just don't trip and like, oh gosh, I landed on oh gosh, I'm in no, you don't do that. There are layers to it. There's steps to it. So if your partner is putting themselves in a situation where they're more likely to cheat, that's your partner. And you got to hold your partner accountable. And your partner should be held accountable. It doesn't matter if they have friends, there are guys, there are friends, there are girls. It does not matter. Especially if a partner who, they take interest in both parties, both genders. You said they just can't have friends in general? Listen to yourself on that. You're like, oh, well, they like both sides. They like both male and female. They find them both attractive. They date both. Well, they can't have friends. Hear yourself. Instead of worried about if some dude or some girl is talking to your partner, how about you just take care of yourself and trust your partner and understand that your partner, if they make that mistake, if they go ahead and I ain't call it a mistake, if they go and cheat, that's their loss. They lost you. And it's up to you if they want to bring you back or not, but that's their loss. And you gotta start looking at it that way. If somebody's gonna be willing to cheat, then your relationship wasn't strong enough for them in the jump. And that show you the value of the relationship, they show you the value they had for respect for you. So I don't care if your partner does have, they're female and they do have guy friends. I don't care if your partner is a male and he does have girlfriends or friends that are ladies. If he's true to you, true to your relationship, he's not going to cheat. She is not going to cheat. I think it's time we start holding our partners accountable versus blaming on the other person who helped with the cheating. Because that person might not have known that you was there. That person might did know, and they just figured like, oh, well, my part, that they never said it was serious. So don't get mad at the other person who helped in. Be mad at your partner. So that whole concept is a red flag. No, it's not a red flag. It's not. And I think it's time for us to be more mature about it and be more understanding that like, hey, my partner's gonna hold my partner accountable. If they end up cheating on me, that's their loss. I'm out. I'm not gonna deal with that. But sit there and be like, oh, it's a red flag that they have partners of the opposite sex. Like, let's be more mature. Let's become adults. Understand that people gonna have friends of the opposite sex, but it doesn't mean that they want to sleep with everybody, or that means they have the opportunity to sleep with everybody. And just because somebody's like, oh well, if the opportunity came up, don't hold that to your partner to be like, you would sleep with them, would you? Like, don't do that. Don't try to blame or throw something on your partner that doesn't exist. Just trust your partner, trust that they're committed to your relationship, and they show any signs of cheating or so that they're cheating, leave it. Leave the relationship, because they wasn't there for you, and they're going to most likely try to do it again if you let it slide. All right, next video. This is from Account of Buddies. I thought it was an Account Elf Buddies for a moment, but no, Account of Buddies. Before you move in with your boyfriend, let's see what she has to say.
If I could give advice to people about living with your significant other, I would say don't do it. Don't have your living situation more permanent than the state of your relationship, because your relationship could end with 2 words: we're over. And your lease, you'll be stuck with that until it's over, and then you'll probably have to move, and it's not worth it. Divvy up the chores before you move in together, and then they're gonna try to pull some, oh, we'll just figure it out as we go along, like I'll just do it as I see things. That's not gonna happen, because you know what, you're gonna end up doing everything and you're gonna be frustrated. Divvy up the chores, trust. Don't forget date nights. I swear, just because you live together does not mean you shouldn't get dressed and go out and do something fancy. Don't text each other or call each other throughout the day, unless it's an emergency, but don't do it. Save it for when you guys see each other. Have hobbies outside of the relationship, and do not forget your friends. I'm gonna say it again. Don't forget your friends, because your friends are gonna be the only other people you're gonna see outside of your boyfriend. You don't want to be the person whose only friend is your boyfriend because you live with them. This is my opinion, but cook together. I swear it makes the world of a difference, and it's not like you're doing the whole cooking. Make sure you're both doing chores. Just because they were supposed to do it doesn't mean you can't thank them. If they did the dishes, thank them. I would suggest doing a hobby together. Not everything needs to be a conversation, and not everything needs to be an argument. Trust me on that, save your energy. Before you open your mouth and confront the other person about anything, ask yourself, is this how I would want to be spoken to? Don't go to bed angry. Play music, dance around, laugh.
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot of information that she gave, and a lot of situation that she gave. That is all really good advice. If you're listening to this part of the podcast, go back and re-watch or re-listen to that, because that was some good stuff that she dropped. Like, she dropped a lot of good things there. And I do believe her. Like, do not move in with your significant other before you're ready to move in with them. If you're not ready to move in with your significant other, do not put that on yourself, because you're not going to be happy. You want to make sure that you're comfortable. You want to make sure that you're ready for it, because like you said, the 3 words or the 2 words, it's over. And then you're stuck in living in a place with somebody that you're like, I'm not here yet. So make sure that you are committed to your relationship before you move in with them. Make sure you are committed to your partner. Make sure you are comfortable with this next step. Make sure that you move in when you're ready. And then all the things she goes down with, like, make sure we have a chore assignment. So people know, like, I do the dishes, you mop the floors, or I do this and you do that. Like, I do agree with that. Like, I do like that idea. And when somebody gets sick, the other person steps up a little more around the apartment. Make sure you guys have hobbies, so you're not just constantly around each other. And make sure you guys are, hanging out with your friends and going to do stuff with your friends. I do agree with that. Don't go to bed angry. I agree with that one too. Like, she said a lot of good things that other healthy couples do, other healthy couples say. So yeah, that was a good video. One of the things that stood out to me in that whole clip of things is, don't text each other throughout the day or call each other throughout the day unless it's an emergency. I do kind of like that, because it does give you something to talk about when you get home. If you're already speaking to each other throughout the day and you get home, you have nothing to say to each other because you've been communicating throughout the day. So I do agree with that. I also think it's cool to, like, just check in with your partner throughout the day by saying, like, hey, I'm thinking of you, or hey, I love you, whatever the case may be. If you're not ready for that, just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. Hope you're having a good day. And like, hey, I can't wait to tell you this when you get off of work. So I do agree with her. I do agree with all the things she's saying. Go back and re-watch that video, because that was a lot of good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and move into the next video here. This is from Sarah Eaton TikTok. or Sarah Eaton on TikTok, and she said, "Husband material without wifey material?" Question mark.
Let me get
Let's
this
go.
straight. Men are expected to give husband material from day one, but women don't have to give any kind of wifey material until they get a ring. So let me get this straight. Men are expected to provide, protect, give you security, still take you on dates, pay for everything, give you husband treatment, maybe go get your oil changed, all of the things, fix stuff around your house or your apartment, take care of you, but you don't want to make the man a sandwich because you're a girlfriend and that's wifey duties. That is the stupidest advice I have ever heard on the internet and the stupidest double standard that has ever come into history in a very long time. That's like saying that if you're in an abusive relationship where he beats your ass every single day, that suddenly he's going to change his mind and he's going to change his behavior the minute that y'all are married. How that relates to no wifey duties is that men can't expect you to just organically fall into these wifey duties just because he decides to marry you. And why would he want to marry you if you're incapable of just showing human decency with commitment, security, emotional stability, the same things that you're asking for, and being receptive? But a lot of these independent badass women think that they have their entire life together, so they actually devalue men in their lives because they don't know how to be receptive to good men in the first place. On top of that, the irony of all of this is that if that same man matches your energy and doesn't give you husband material off the jump, then he's considered a fuckboy. If he doesn't want any commitment, he doesn't really want to take you on dates, he wants to Netflix and chill because he's matching your non-wifey duties, now he's a fuckboy. And the blame is essentially deflected back on the men. And it's pretty much common sense because why would any man want to make you a wife if you don't know how to act like a wife in the first place? Okay, bye.
That was a lot as well, but I agree with her. I agree with her, and that goes both ways. It's both husband and wife. You just can't expect somebody to flip a switch if they wasn't showing these behaviors before. They wasn't practicing behaviors of intentionality and practicing behaviors of taking you out, supporting you, being there, emotional health, practice healthy communication, practice healthy relationship values and relationship goals. They wasn't practicing this already. Don't expect them to do it once they get a ring on your finger. They're not going to do that. You're not going to flip a switch like, well, I'm married now, so I'm going to do everything I should have been doing, 2 years or 3 years ago. No, the wedding ring shouldn't change a thing but the name, if you're going to change a name, or taxes and whatnot. As far as behaviors go, the behaviors should stay the same. The behaviors shouldn't change. The behaviors shouldn't be abrupt flip. I'm not sure why I consider the word abrupt, but abrupt flip. Behaviors shouldn't do that. Behaviors should be consistent. They should be the same from the beginning of the relationship to the end of the relationship. If somebody's a good, genuine person, they're gonna take care of you as a good, genuine partner. But if you're like, well, they're a good person, but they don't treat me like a significant other, then why are you saying that relationship? Don't expect you to put the ring on their finger that the relationship will get stronger, because the ring doesn't mean jack squat as far as how they treat you. It does not mean jack squat how they treat you. The ring can be purely just for social media, purely just for the family, and purely just for this. But you believe if somebody gonna flip a switch when they marry you, they're gonna stop their cheating, they're gonna stop their negative behavior, they're gonna stop abusing, they're gonna stop doing all these things because they married me, they're not. And abuse, and I hate to get that route, but I mean as in calling you out of your name and arguing with you, starting fights, they're gonna change once they get married. It's not. It's not. Their behaviors now is gonna be the same behaviors they're gonna have down the line. Now, do people change? Yeah, but how often does that happen? Ask yourself, how often does that happen? Your friends you had since high school, how often do they change? Oh, they got a kid in the relationship. They got a kid. The kid changed their behavior. The kid might change their behavior to how they react to their kid, but the reaction to you might not change. And that's another thing. Don't try having a kid get things that can strengthen the relationship, because that's the same concept. The ring and the kid is not going to strengthen the relationship. If the relationship's already broken, that's not going to fix it. That's like trying to put a Band-Aid over a bullet hole. It's not going to fix the issue. So how do you get somebody to, and you try to get somebody, which you shouldn't have to. That's another thing. You're not going to be able to. But if you want to date somebody who is not hitting what you consider your standards or your values of your relationship, communication, healthy communication. Talk to them about it. Let them know how you're feeling. Let them know that, hey, I wish to be hugged more. I wish to have conversation before we go to bed at night. I wish to have a phone call in the morning. I wish to do this. I wish to help the communication. I feel appreciative if we do this. I feel appreciative if you could do that. Like, that makes you value more, makes you feel appreciative. Let your partner know what makes you feel good. And hope your partner try to meet that, and hope your partner also tell you what they value and what feel good to them, and that way you guys can work on that and continue to grow, continue to take date nights, continue to do all these things, and continue to value each other and have that healthy communication and healthy, stable relationship. So when you guys decide to put a ring on that finger, that those practices and those behaviors continue down the line. Remember this. If they're not doing the behavior that shows a good, healthy, committed partner, that give communication and good value to the relationship and peace of mind, if they're not doing that before year one is over, then don't expect them to try to change that on an abrupt dime when you guys get married. All right, Reddit time. So first Reddit question here. Do men approach women anymore? I'm wondering if guys still approach women they don't know but are attracted to, or if this basically never happens anymore. I, as a woman, don't get approached while walking the streets or in the grocery store, etc. Men seem to like me at work, on dating apps, etc., but the approaching thing from strangers just does not happen to me. Thoughts? Do men approach women anymore? I'll say majority of men probably don't do as much approaching as they used to before dating apps and before social media. The reason why, because rejection sucks at times, yes, but also because some men don't want to come off as creepy. Now with the, at the spurge of the height of the Me Too movement that happened, just being honest here, not to get political, and that shouldn't be a political statement, that shouldn't trigger people, but just, I'm going to throw that out there. But when the Me Too movement came out and people were seeing how much dirt certain men was doing, and those men was getting a bad rep to everybody, and women was like, well, I don't want to be approached. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be this. I don't want to. And you hear all this negativity. As a guy, you start to become more nervous to approach women because you're like, I hope she don't see I'm wasting her time, or I hope she doesn't see me as, being creepy and approaching. The person's intent is positive and they're not trying to come to a place of, creep. A lady might take it the wrong way, especially look on social media. How dare he try to talk to me while I was at the gym? How dare he try to talk to me while I was in the store? How dare he try to talk to me while I was, running on a jog? And I had a whole episode where that broke out into a situation where a conversation happened where we had to, me and another person on the episode, we had a discussion about, a guy who catcalled a lady twice while she was jogging. And some guys don't see the hint. Some guys won't notice that the girl has her headphones in, that she doesn't want to be bothered, but they kind of make that move and then get called creepy and whatnot. Now that situation was not a good situation for the dudes to do that, because two guys and one girl, and she was jogging, which can be a very creepy situation, not gonna lie. So they shouldn't have tried to approach. He should just let her go on about her business. But anyway, he tried to shoot a shot, and he just, I don't know how old the guy was, but an older guy wouldn't have done it. So older guys see that, and they see a girl, complain on social media about how she got approached by some dude, or how he got catcalled, and the dude, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it because he is afraid to come off creepy. Another video I reacted to, a girl's like, don't approach me unless you're hot. Well, hot is subjective. So if a dude come and approach you and you don't find him attractive, don't get on social media and blast him like, oh, he was unattractive, he was ugly, he tried to talk to me. So guys don't want to be in that situation. And you're like, how do you get guys to approach you? You said guys like you at work, which work to me, you already know how I feel about work and approaching a person at work. It's just the risk is too high for the reward, so it's not always worth it. And dating apps is just easy and convenient. So you're going to get hit on dating apps a lot better. It's easier to do behind a screen versus in person. But if you want guys to approach you, like at the grocery store, approach you while you're, I think she said out walking. Let me double check that, make sure I said that right. Yeah, while walking the street. So you're walking, you want a guy approach you. One, look like you want to be approached. Hold your head up. You see a dude that you like, smile at him or wave at him, and hopefully he waves back. Maybe put yourself in a situation, you're in a grocery store, you see somebody that you like, you have to put yourself in situations where they'd be more likely to talk to you. That could be as simple as you're in the same aisle as them and you put your basket right next to him. He goes, excuse me, oh sorry, and then like open up a conversation that way. Or whatever the case would be, you come like you just happen to be in the same aisle where if you acknowledge him, you might be like, do I know you? Do I not? If he's interested in talking to you, he'll find a way to open up after you've been in his area for enough time. You have to put yourself in a situation and look approachable. Don't look like you're mad. Don't look like you're frowning. Smile. You see the guy that you like. Acknowledge him. And if he's around you enough where he feels comfortable to speak to you, he will speak to you. I remember a lady one time was in line and she was much older than me, but we was in line waiting to check out and she said something about something in my basket or about the situation, and I'm sitting here listening because I don't have my headphones on. I'm like, you're right. Like, if I wanted to start a conversation with her and actually end up having a conversation, but if I wanted to get her number, I could have done so because she opened me up by talking about what the environment was, and it peeped into the conversation, and that perked my ears. Like, she was legit saying something to get a reaction from somebody, and I ended up hopping into that conversation with her. So I'd say from a lady's standpoint, a lady's perspective, to be more approachable, like to keep your head up, look like you want to be approached, look like you acknowledge guys that you see that you might be attracted to, like just give them a smile or wave and put yourself in situations where that guy will come and find himself to talk to you. But just walking down the street, guys don't want to be considered dicks. They're not going to catcall. And go to the grocery store, like they hit you in the grocery store, you have to put yourself like open. They're just not gonna be like, oh, she don't want to be bothered. I don't want to waste her time. So that's how you'll get that to happen. And yeah, guys are not likely now to approach in person. They're not. I remember one of my friends one time told me, he's like, why would I approach her in person when I can just see if she's on a dating app and swipe right on her on a dating app? Okay, well, yeah, you can do that, but how you know she sees you on a dating app? Or she doesn't even share a swipe left? If you got that, if you like, oh, I don't match with her, then we know what's meant to be. Maybe she just got tired of seeing so many thousand people on her inbox that she was like, I'm overwhelmed and don't want to swipe. So guys are not going to be, they're not going to approach more, but you have to make yourself available to be approached if you're looking to have that happen more often. All right, next question. My girlfriend 20 had slept with another guy after we started dating, and I, 21 male, just found out about it. I met my now girlfriend while I was out at a club and we hit it off really well, and she ended up giving me her number. A few days of texting back and forth, we went on a fantastic date and really clicked to her own admittance. We had another date during the same week, which also went really well, and she asked me to an event that was about 3 weeks out, so I thought she was really committed to me from the beginning. Turns out that 2 days after our second date, she slept with another guy she had seen one other time. We have been dating for close to 4 months now, and I just found out about this, and it hurts a lot. Okay, while we weren't officially together yet, and there it is, the officially together. Come on, guys. Come on. But let's go back over. While we weren't officially together yet, we based our anniversary on when we started dating. So now knowing this, it feels like that day is a sham. A sham, I say, a sham. She has been nothing but loyal since, and everything in our relationship has been fantastic. But it does bother me a lot that she went and did this and has kept it from me for so long. She is also really beating herself up about it and feels terrible that she did it. Does anyone have any advice on how I can get over this or what I should do? Thank you. Stop letting your girlfriend beat herself up about it. You guys didn't have a title. Oh, that's our anniversary day. You went on your first date. That could be your anniversary. Your anniversary date is It's subjective. It can be moved. You can agree on another anniversary. How about the date after the event? How about the date after the concert? Or how about the day you guys decide to make it official? That way, it completely wipes out everything that didn't have a label attached to it. The day you made it official should be your anniversary date, not the day you guys went on your first date. I know you think it's cute, this is our first date, but you guys weren't officially in a relationship. That was fair game for her. She could have sex with anybody she wanted to have sex with. Stop letting your girlfriend beat herself up. Be there, support her, calm her, and say, hey, babe, thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate you for doing that. I'm glad we can be honest and open in our relationship. Thank you so much. You know what? Our anniversary date, let's change it to the date we made it official. That way we have fair game to do whatever we wanted to do. You know what? I love you. I appreciate you. You ain't say I love you. You don't have to be 4 months. 4 months in, you don't say I love you. Say I appreciate you. I'm grateful to have you in my life. And you know what? I'm glad you told me that. Thank you so much. And you already say she's loyal. She's not cheating on you. You guys didn't have a label on it. And you can say, hey, babe, we didn't have a label on it. So that's perfect. No, it's fine. And ask yourself this. I know you're 21, she's 20. And let's say you guys together the next 5 years. Would the night that she slept with somebody else while you guys wasn't official matter? No. If it does, he's like, oh, I can't trust her anymore. She slept with somebody when we didn't have a label attached to it. That label changes everything. When you define a relationship, that changes everything. Y'all say y'all wasn't committed, or y'all wasn't, exclusive, for kids like to say, which pretty much to me is saying this boyfriend, girlfriend, but the dude's not putting a title on it, which is stupid. But anyway, you're not exclusive. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all didn't say y'all wasn't exclusive. Y'all didn't say y'all boyfriend, girlfriend. Y'all were just dating. And then you made it official later on. Let her know. Tell your girlfriend, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I know you feel like you're wearing your conscience. I know you feel like, you did something horrible. But we didn't have a label on it. You're using it clear. You're fine. And will this matter? And go let her know. Reassure her. Will this matter 5 years from now if we're still dating? No. So, thank you. And then keep it moving. Keep growing your relationship. So, don't beat your girlfriend up on that. Then start letting her beat herself up. All right, next question. Am I the jerk for withholding sex from my girlfriend during a special time just because I was upset? I recently went on a trip to the Netherlands with my girlfriend. I made another related post about this, but my girlfriend and I have been fighting as of late, and I've been extremely upset. I had already finished packing days before my girlfriend was angry with me because I hadn't planned out my dress attire for the Netherlands. She went through my suitcase and found I had a lot of casual clothes. I didn't pack any dress shoes, socks, or shirts. This upset her because she had planned for us to go do some fine dining. She then went on a tirade saying how she hates that I don't think about how I'm going to dress when we go out together. She said that I can't keep dressing in black top with black jeans all the time. When we arrived in the Netherlands and got to our hotel, she gave me even more stuff for not unpacking all my things. I told her I wanted to keep as much of my stuff in one space, so when it was time for us to leave, I wouldn't need to worry about packing everything up. She told me how my way of doing things is stupid and I should make our place feel lived in. I didn't do it and I knew it made her mad. Okay, so you didn't do it, you knew it made her mad. So, all right. Most of the days were okay until the 31st. We went out for our last dinner night and I got a text from my friend wishing me Happy New Year. I texted him back and my girlfriend didn't like that I was on my phone. She told me what I was doing was very rude and that I should know better. I'd done this before, to be truthful. I told her what the message was and I thought it would be harmless to send my friend a quick text back. She said to me sternly to put my phone away, and so I did. Okay. At that point, I had enough of her antics. We got back to our hotel room around 11 and she wanted to have sex. I told her I didn't want to have sex with her and I just wanted to go to bed. She told me I couldn't go to bed because we needed to be up when up until it hits 11:59 p.m. I told her I didn't care about any of that anymore. I just wanted to go to bed and go home. She told me that I was making her feel unloved and not special. I told her that I was sick of the way she was speaking to me when we were out, and I was sick of her treatment. In my anger, I told her she was a controlling bitch. We fought some more, but that was the bare basics of what happened. So, are you the jerk for withholding sex? If your guys' relationship is already fighting and you're upset and you're mad, you're not the jerk for withholding sex. You're not the jerk for doing that. But there's some things you guys need to look at here. Why are you guys arguing so much? Why is every little thing that she does, that you do, is an issue for her, and vice versa? I think where you guys need to take a step back and start communicating about how you guys talk to each other, make you feel in a healthy manner without having to attack each other. She calling you stupid. You could have told her, and this is her first time doing it. Let's say you guys, I'm not sure how long y'all been dating, but y'all been dating long enough to go on a trip together. If she was saying things you did was stupid within the first month or first 2 months of dating, you should have told her, hey, I don't appreciate being called stupid. That's not gonna make you sound weak. Just let her know how that make you feel. Like, I appreciate my partner don't use those kind of words, or don't use words of negativity. I appreciate you don't say that stupid. I wish you would explain in a better way, why do you think something is stupid, or why do you think something is not as intelligent? But I don't appreciate being called stupid. I'm not a stupid person. I have my own way of doing things. I think my own way. If my way of thinking doesn't align with yours, let me know and say, hey, you do this might be better and more efficient. That's why you can explain something to me versus calling me stupid because I don't think the same way you think. So that's one thing. You should have addressed that early on, so that way when you get on a trip together, she's not calling you stupid for not, dressing a certain way. Another thing to add into the trip, an itinerary, or ask your partner, hey, let's go. What are your plans for a trip? You guys should have an idea what you guys are doing when y'all go to the Netherlands versus like, we're just gonna go to the Netherlands and hang out. She's like, you always wear a black shirt or black jeans or like that. You would ask like, hey, do you want me to get dressed? Do you want me to dress up and look clean for a date night? Those are things you can ask and get ahead of versus waiting until you get to the Netherlands and this spores into a giant thing. And calling her a controlling B word, like that's not healthy. You guys need to sit down and talk through your relationship. Talk to each other how you feel and let your emotions fly out. This has been building up over time, and you guys continue arguing with the point that you're now going to, Reddit to ask, am I the jerk for not wanting to have sex? One, don't force yourself to have sex. Two, you're not a jerk for doing that, but to call your girlfriend the B word, if you're in a healthy relationship, you would never belittle your partner. And she shouldn't be belittling you. So you guys need to look at your relationship and look at how can we improve our relationship, or if this continues, this relationship is going to end and this is it. So have a conversation without belittling and attacking each other, and let you guys' emotions flow. Talk to each other in a healthy manner, communicate, and explain to each other how each other feel about certain stuff. Because right now, there's other things going on in the relationship that this relationship might not last another year. Next question. Girl asked me to get tested and for her to see the results before we do anything. I matched with this girl online. In the evening, we started talking, and as the evening went on, she started to take things more flirty and sent testing pictures through Snapchat. Or teasing pictures, I said testing. Sorry. Teasing pictures through Snapchat. I matched the energy with her to flirt back and also tease after a few messages. She then says that she wants me to go get tested and for me to show her the results before we do anything together in person. Tested as in STD, by the way. I have not had much luck with females in my life. I have actually only slept with one female, in which it has been almost 4 years since last sexual activity. The few girls I have had any success with never asked me to get tested, so I'm unsure how to approach this. I know for myself I am clean, but just as unsure how anyone else will approach the situation. Go get tested. It's good for your mental health. It's good to know, to be honest. get tested. And the reason why she wants you to get tested because she want to make sure that she's safe too, because you don't know what people have nowadays, especially on dating apps, and you're somebody who's likely to have a hookup within the first couple of dates. Go get tested. Go know about your own mental health and everything. Even though you say you don't feel it in a way, if you want to go hook up with her, go get tested. That way she has a peace of mind, you have a peace of mind, and maybe she's somebody who likes to sleep around. So at least she knows what she's dealing with before she decides to make the decision to hook up with you. So go get tested. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a very healthy thing to do, especially in this day and age of dating. Just know what's going on and know where you at and where you sit when it comes to the world of dating. And that way you meet a partner, you're like, hey, I'm tested. When they ask that question, if we get serious, are you tested? You're like, yeah, I'm tested. How about yourself? Like those are healthy conversations to have. That way you know where you're at. So don't be hesitant if a girl tells you to get tested before they hook up. Go get tested. Know for yourself that you don't have anything. And then also it helps them out as well. And then heck, you can even ask her to get tested. If, let's say, ask her, hey, do you have a test as well? Can I see your test? Or what do you have? Be fine with that. I've had that situation where a girl said, hey, I got tested. And she told me, and I was like, oh, wow. And she was like, you might want to get tested too. And I was like, okay, cool. Came back clean. She was clean too, but she was just like, just want to make sure, she want to make sure that peace of mind. So, yeah, go get tested. We'll do 2 more before we call it a night. So, the next one here. Am I the jerk for not calling off divorce even though my wife has promised me that she will change? About 3 months ago, I gave my wife an ultimatum about our sex life. Either she starts putting effort in and start initiating sex more often, or I will reconsider marriage. I gave her till the end of the year. For 3 months, I waited. Nothing changed. So yesterday, I told her that I talked to a lawyer and she should do the same. She freaked out and would not let me give her general outline of the divorce process. She started making promises about doing better and would not listen to me. I gave up after a while. Yesterday, she initiated sex and I told her it would not change anything. She got mad and tried to pull my shorts off forcefully. I kicked her out of the bedroom and told her we would talk in the morning. I said to her that I love her, but I have made my decision to divorce. If she wants to try, we can try after divorce, and I will marry her again after 2 or 3 years down the line if I am convinced that she is capable of giving me the sex life I need from her. But I do not say the word divorce lightly, and unfortunately, deadline is over for her. I am willing to work on our relationship and marry her again, but I feel I need a divorce, not for her, but for myself. Am I the jerk? No, you're not the jerk. Matter of fact, standing on your business, staying to your game, you are doing the right thing. You gave her an ultimatum, which I'm not a fan of, but I completely understand. You feel like your relationship wasn't getting better. You feel like you desire a certain, sex life. You have a sex drive that you need to be matched, and you don't have that. And that, you're better off divorcing your wife versus cheating and sleeping around on her. So you're doing the right thing here. And the fact that you say, hey, 3 months, I kind of need to see some change. And she didn't change over the 3 months because maybe she just wasn't taking you seriously enough, or she just figured like sex for her is that big of a deal, which for you it was. Keep that line in sand. And you told her, hey, 2 or 3 years we work up, down the line, we started dating again, reconnect. I might be down to get married to you again, but as of right now, I don't see that what I need from this relationship. I'm not getting fulfilled in my relationship. I completely agree. There's a book called If You're in My Office Already Too Late, and sex and finances is like one or two things up there that cause relationship problems. Cheating because of sex, stuff like that happens. So you got to hit it before it got worse, and I applaud you for doing that. So no, you're not the jerk for doing this. You did the right thing. And you say you're doing it for yourself. There you go. And you're willing to sleep in the bed. So yeah, you're doing the right thing. All right, last one, and we'll call it a night. My 23 male partner, he's 23-year-old male. My partner, 23-year-old female, is much larger than me. I'm 23 male, stand about 5'10", weigh about 150 pounds. I recently met a girl named Linda, 23, female, and was sort of catfished. She was slim in her profile, but when I met her in person, she was seemingly much heavier. When she arrived to the date, I was shocked, but in an effort not to be rude, I called no attention to it and enjoyed the meal. We talked a lot and it went well, so we agreed to a second date. That's where you... Okay, all right. And, well, that led to everything else, and we've been dating for a few months now. The issue I'm having now is that, as shallow as it is, I'm just realizing I'm not attracted to her so much physically. She is almost double my weight, and she's 6 inches shorter than me. I really enjoy her personally, but feel we're too deep into it to have a clean break and remain friends. She expressed interest in fitness, her idea, not mine, and I really do like her personally. Like her personality. Her ideas are the kind I hope to find in my future wife, and she has a cute facial feature, but when it comes to sexual attraction, it's lacking. I'm also worrying again. I realize how shallow it is, but this is Reddit after all. And when I introduce her to my friends and family, that we will be judged because often people find disparity in skinny men and larger women. Thoughts? And, okay. So... One, don't give a crap what your friends and family think as far as your partner goes. If you like your partner and they look a certain way, don't care about your friends and family, what they think of your partner by their looks. Now, your friends or family judge your partner's character and actions, that's one thing. But to judge the way they look is completely different. That doesn't matter. You're dating them, not your friends and family. Now, you should break up with her. If you're not sexually attracted to her, you should break up with her because, like the guy we just literally listened to his last thing about him divorcing his wife for sex, you should break up with your girlfriend because you're not sexually attracted to her because it's not fair to her. You're going to go find attraction from other people and find yourself investing in other people and then find yourself walking your way out the relationship slowly because you're just not attracted to your partner. Your partner going to ask you, how come you guys don't do this? You're like, I'm not attracted to her. You've been dating a few months. You don't have to tell her, hey, I'm not attracted to you. You don't have to do that. You just say, hey, it's been a fun time. I think I'm going to end the relationship for me. I just want to work on a few things. And you can say that, and I know your partner like, what do you mean to work on a few things? Be like, I just, feel like I'm not in the right headspace right now to continue this relationship. I just want to, take this through and work on a few things for myself. And let it be. Let it be at that. That's the way to end this one because you don't want to be a dick and be like, yeah, I just didn't find you sexually attractive. I don't. I think the weight is the issue. No, that'd be an asshole move. If your partner is happy with where they at weight-wise and content where they at with their life, don't force them to change. The height thing, 6 inches shorter than you, okay, she's 5'4". Don't do that to her. That's fine. But where you went wrong when you got catfished, you should have said, you know what? Thank you for the first date. It was also the first date. We're not gonna move forward. But you decided to move forward, and that's where you got stuck in. If you find yourself catfished and that was a red flag / deal breaker for you, you should have ended right there and say, hey, it's been a fun date. Nice meeting you. And leave it at that. And just leave it at that. You could have kept dating. She wouldn't have been hurt by that. But the fact that you kept this in and kept this facade going, thinking maybe you can look, and maybe you didn't think you would be that way, but maybe you thought maybe I can look past it. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but apparently it is a big of a deal to you. And I think the best thing you should do right now is break up with her and let her go and find somebody who appreciate her for her size. And it's okay for you not to appreciate. That's not just, you're not sexually into that. That's perfectly fine. That is how you feel. Let her go so she can go explore with somebody who's okay with her size, and you can go find somebody whose size that you're more attracted to. It's not a shallow thing. People legit get divorced after we just listened to for sex and not being sexually attracted to somebody. So don't lie to her. Just let her down gently and let her go off on her own. And that's all I have for you guys. So thank you guys for listening to this episode of Nerdy Dating. I appreciate y'all. Please, if you have a question for me to answer, please put in the comment section below or send it to me on TikTok and Instagram, which is alizakkanerdydating. And lastly, please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Please share it to your friends. Please share it to your family members. Let them know. And thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.